what am I doing here? Well, that just feels bad. You will naturally put your hand where you have an issue with the chakra. Your hand will actually go there and attempt to give it to support. So you'll know that you have an issue with that chakra. Sometimes you may even wake up and find your hand on your body somewhere. And that's your own indication. That's your body telling you it needs support. Because your hands actually have chakras and healing meridians in them, and they'll even go to the major ones that need the help. I was talking about something in class yesterday, something I was concerned about, and my hand went right to my solar plexus. I mean, I just held it there, and I could actually feel it trembling in there, and so I knew it was an area around self-esteem. It's brilliant, it's yellow. Some people call it a banana yellow or a lemon yellow, but it's lovely, and it's bright, and it's brilliant. Your heart chakra should be an emerald green. Think of the most bedazzled jewel you can think of. And it oftentimes has sparks of pink in it. So if you find yourself wearing green or pink, this is actually in alignment with your heart chakra. And if you go to buy crystal stones, you can get green ones or pink ones, and they will support your heart chakra. You ever have something happen to you that feels sad and you just automatically put your hand on your heart? Because you know that area needs support. Your throat chakra. When I started teaching classes, I actually went and bought this beautiful lapis, this brilliant blue beaded necklace, and I would wear it. I thought about wearing it yesterday, as a matter of fact, because it gives me support when I'm talking for a long time, all day long. And it actually just dances right around my neck. It's got 4 or 5 strands on it. But I know if I'm going to be talking all day, I need a lot of throat support. Turtlenecks that are blue, are great if you need some support. Pearl, over here, you've got a lot of blue. You're wearing a white shirt, but you've got a lot of blue and green in there. And you've chosen a shirt that has a lot of blue right around your throat chakra. So maybe today is a day when you need support in speaking. Or you're just feeling like it needs a little balancing. It's very natural. And cinnamon over here, you've got pink. You've got pink, and you've got it's pink and green, but you actually had it draped over your heart. You had it around your neck, but you had a long piece draped over your heart. So intuitively, you know you need a little support around your heart today. The third eye is an indigo blue. It's like a night sky without stars. And sometimes if you do play music or do expressive things, if you feel this area in your head kind of getting tight or vibrating, then you know your third eye is opening up. And the projection comes from inside, but this is where you imagine. Every time you close your eyes and you imagine something, you're utilizing your third eye. This is where dance choreography gets made and movies get made and clothing gets designed, where you can actually close your eyes and imagine something. Your brain is working and it's showing it to you through your third eye, because maybe your physical eyes can't see it. So if you ever hold your head like this and you feel like, oh, I can't think, I need some, and just put your hand over here, you're actually supporting your third eye. Sometimes your third eye doesn't like hair being in front of your face. Maybe it feels a little protected there. If you wear a hat or bangs or something, maybe you feel like you need to protect your third eye a little bit. Your crown chakra, that beautiful, you ever feel the top of your head tingling sometimes if you've had a great idea? Do you ever feel like a tingling around the top of your head? That's your crown chakra getting activated. Energy and knowledge coming in. So these are your major chakras. There are, of course, chakras that are outside of your body. We have a silver chakra that's right here. We have a gold one. So I think today I must be accessing the gold chakra. I felt compared to wear gold. Supporting that information coming in. You can get books on them. You can look on the internet. You can do all kinds of color therapy, crystal therapy. There are essences that work with them. If you want to check with them, you can actually buy a pendulum, lay on the ground or they're on a table, and have somebody hold a pendulum over your body and see if you get a nice healthy turn on the pendulum. And if it's going in a counterclockwise direction or back and forth, your chakra needs a little help in there. or if they're all kind of spinning, but then in one area it expands and almost goes like a helicopter, that one's a little overactive. You can do some meditation, some prayer, some Reiki, but these are not just, excess energy or under energy. They affect your emotional state. They reflect your emotional state, and they work in tandem. So if your emotions are causing them to go out, by working on the chakra, it can help you get the emotions that are making them go in and out, get more supported. So if you work on those, you can all of a sudden start seeing the emotions get clearer. So this is Tanya. This is Tanya Marcineri, and she's going to talk to us about the flower essences. And if you could tell us how you first got involved with them, what made you fall in love with them, how you use them, why you use them, maybe some examples of some of the clients that you work with and some of the experiences that they've had with them.
Sure. Thanks for inviting me.
Pleasure.
Everything has come to me in a very interesting way, including the flower essences. I'm a scientist by training. Actually been studying drugs and drug development for the past 25 years of my life. But about 10 years ago, I realized that there was an intuitive component to me, and I delved into trying to figure it out. And part of that process was trying to accept that I have a very linear mind, and yet there was all this intuitive stuff that I just didn't really know how to explain or, put in a formula or something. So as part of that exploration, just like you spoke about the chakras was one of the first things they had learned about, and their balancing and their frequencies and their physics. And just like you spoke last week also about how when we're out of alignment, we always need to find ways of coming back into alignment. And just about the same way as the colors and the frequencies can rebalance the frequencies of the body. And obviously I'm speaking a little bit of the scientist in me is getting into this. Flower essences and nature essences have similar effect. They do bring back balance through frequency. And so the color red and the base chakra, they all have a frequency. They resonate, or they turn around, or they move at a certain rate. And the lower chakras have a rate that's much lower than the upper chakras. And so are the flower essences and the nature essences. And they have been created as a means to assist us to come back and find balance as well, just like you spoke today. How I got into the flower essences, as part of my path on discovering what is intuition and what is the part of me that is just beyond the mind and the brain, I've been drawn to learning different healing techniques, and I went to metaphysical school, and I learned a lot more about metaphysics and the things like that. And I started developing healing abilities, not developing, but actually expressing healing abilities. And I started seeing clients and things like that. But being in corporate America, I didn't really have the time to follow up a lot on my clients and things like that. And this is where part of me felt that, well, maybe if I create something that can assist them after a session, or if they themselves want to be empowered to keep their balance instead of always coming to me, then the flower essences can actually assist them in doing that. And of course, it's not a novel idea. There has been flower essences out there for a long, long time, and probably most of you are familiar with the Bach flower essences, which are powerful essences that work on the emotional body.
They're out of Australia.
They're out of Australia, the flower essences, yes. And then I was introduced to Perelandra's flower essences. I don't know if anyone is familiar with Perelandra. She's a phenomenal individual who speaks very eloquently about the balance that nature has, but that we human don't really know. And the frequency, the geometry, the patterns that nature holds within their own elements, like we have our own frequency within our own signature. We all have a particular electrochemical frequency, spiritual frequency, etc. Each element in nature has a particular frequency, and just like each one of us have a particular purpose with that signature, so does all elements in nature, including flowers and plants and quartz. And through her,